Namo Buddhaya, meritorious children. In this month, we should have a lot of dedication to practice the Supreme Buddha's teachings. Why is that? What's the reason for it? Even the monks are striving hard and putting so much effort to realize the Four Noble Truths. Because the monks are spending the rains retreat. The monks are spending the Vasana retreat. So even from during the Supreme Buddha's time until now, during the rains retreat, for 3 months, monks stay in one place and they dedicate their time and energy to practice Dhamma. For an example, there was one monk, that Arahant's name was Arahant Chakkupala. That Arahant, before becoming an Arahant, that Arahant decided to dwell in 3 postures. Usually people dwell in 4 postures. That is walking, standing, sitting, lying down. This monk thought, I will give up lying down. So in the middle of the night, so he will sit and meditate. If he fall asleep, he will only fall asleep while he is seated. So after he wakes up, since he is seated on a meditation posture, again he will start meditating. So that's the advantage of dedicating a monk's life to 3 postures. See the dedication of great monks. So during the rains retreat, a lot of monks, they had a dedication, a great effort and a great hope to realize the Four Noble Truths before the rains retreat is over. Even lay people were able to gain a lot of merit by supporting the monks. So during this rains retreat, try to support monks as much as possible. In the same time, you too can observe higher precepts in weekends and also dedicate more time to cultivate wholesome thoughts and develop wholesome qualities. In that way, while the monks are developing and obtaining higher qualities as lay people, you all too can develop and obtain higher qualities during this rains retreat. And then to celebrate a Katina ceremony after the rains retreat is over, joyfully knowing that and being aware that you were also virtuous and the monks were also virtuous. So in that way, Buddha has preached, when you offer something by being virtuous and offer something to a group of people who are virtuous, then the result is enormous. So during this end of the Vasana retreat, may you have the opportunity to develop higher qualities and help Sangha as much as possible to cultivate wholesome qualities and be ready to offer a Katina Chivara to Maha Sangha at the end of the rains retreat. So that's the introduction for the today's program. So we are hoping to teach you the Meghiya Sutta today. What's the name of the sutta? Meghiya Sutta. So let's learn that sutta in the sermon. For now, let's go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and observe 5 precepts. Let's go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and observe 5 precepts. So by going refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and by observing 5 precepts, you will be able to obtain 8 rivers of merit. How many rivers of merit? 8 rivers of merit. Children, can you imagine the nature of a river? The nature of a river is always flowing. Water is always flowing. So in the same way, when you go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and observe 5 precepts, the merit that comes from the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts is like a great river that always flows. So, may you have the opportunity to go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe 5 precepts wholeheartedly. I will add one more thing, children, since I remember this, since this came to my mind while preaching. Do you know Devadatta? On the last day of his life, the day he was sunk to the hell, the day he was dragged to the hell, when the earth split, when flames came out from the earth to drag Devadatta to the hell, Devadatta said, Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, wholeheartedly. And later, after finishing his bad karma, he will become an enlightened one. Why? He went for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha wholeheartedly, even at the last stage of his life. So saying Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami is not a simple thing. And remember one more thing. At the beginning of the Buddha Sasana, the monks got ordination. They received ordination just saying by Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. That was their ordination. So, even to become a stream entrant, you should have unshakable confidence in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha, and have a noble virtue, Arya Kanta Sila. You should protect the 5 precepts without breaking. Should be without patches and stains. So, now, since you all know the value of going for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observing 5 precepts, let's do it wholeheartedly. Now, do you understand the value of going for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha? Very good. Okay, now say together with me. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Nama Buddhaya, meritorious children. Now we have to listen to a Buddha's teaching. So first of all, let's pay our homage to the Buddha and also to our teacher, Pingvat Loka Swamin Wahanse. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. And may our homage be to our teacher, to Pingvat Loka Swamin Wahanse, that is most venerable, Avasarai Kiribat Buddha Jnanananda Mahathera. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear children, meritorious children, during the past episodes, when I was teaching the Buddha's teachings, when I was explaining the sermons and similes and the Buddha's instructions, I had to use Dhamma points and special instructions given in other suttas. And I had to explain few things, and I had to explain the things that Buddha taught in detail using other sermons preached by the Supreme Buddha. So today I'm hoping to teach Meghiya Sutta. So this Meghiya Sutta was a sutta that I have promised in one of the past programs to teach you all. So Venerable Meghiya, this sermon was preached to Venerable Meghiya. He was an attendant of the Supreme Buddha. He used to take care of the Supreme Buddha. Take care of the Supreme Buddha means prepare robes and let the Supreme Buddha know the time to leave the monastery. When people come to meet the Blessed One, to organize them and be with the Buddha and help with alms round and other things. Prepare warm water, cold water, and then if you take Venerable Ananda went around the Buddha's kuti to protect the Supreme Buddha, and as a merit for Venerable Ananda, went around the Buddha's kuti for 9 times. Actually, Supreme Buddha is protected by his merit, by Devas and Brahmas. But as an attendant, as a person who takes care of another person, Venerable Ananda did each and every possible thing to take care of the Supreme Buddha. Whether Supreme Buddha needed or not, he didn't care. What he wanted was, he wanted to find a way to gain merit by attending to the Supreme Buddha. Even Venerable Meghiya took care of the Supreme Buddha. But one day, when Venerable Meghiya was passing by a beautiful river bank, he saw a nice mango grove. He saw a nice area. After seeing that place, Venerable Meghiya thought this place would be very suitable for me to meditate. So he wouldn't have seen any beautiful place like that before. So after seeing this place, he wanted to go there and meditate. And then he went to the Blessed One to get permission. Then for the first time, he asked the Blessed One. He bowed respectfully, sat down to one side and told the Buddha what happened, adding, if Buddha loves me, I'll go back to the mango forest to meditate. Then the Buddha said, Meghiya, wait until another attendant monk comes. Then Venerable Meghiya did not listen. For the second time, Venerable Meghiya asked, Blessed One, Buddha has nothing more to do for his liberation and nothing that needs improvement. But I have, Bhante. If you allow me, I'll go back to that mango forest to meditate. Now Venerable Meghiya is saying that, Buddha, you have done what should be done. You have eradicated defilements. You have purified your mind. So I need to go and meditate. Now see, he couldn't recognize the Buddha very well. He couldn't recognize the Buddha's mind. If Buddha is saying no for something, that is for a reason. But he forgot the Buddha's realization. He wanted to meditate. He wanted to escape from samsara. But he forgot the Buddha's realization. That's why, children, being obedient, humble, patience, those things are preached in Mahamangala Sutta for us to practice. Not just for the sake of chanting. Then for a third time, then the monk Meghiya said to the Buddha, Bhante, the Buddha has nothing more to do for liberation and nothing that needs improvement. But I have, Bhante. If you allow me, I'll go back to that mango forest to meditate. Then, since Venerable Meghiya asked for the third time, the Blessed One said, Meghiya, since you speak of meditating, what can I say? Now Buddha is telling, if you are asking me now, if you are telling me that you are going to meditate, how can I stop you now? Okay, please Meghiya, go as you wish. But Buddha has rejected twice now. Even the third time, Buddha was not happy, since just because he is requesting, Buddha is letting him to go. Then what happened? Then the monk Meghiya got up from his seat, bowed respectfully. He bowed respectfully and circled the Buddha, keeping him on his right. So even like Venerable Meghiya worshipped the Buddha, you can keep Buddha statues on your right, you can keep pagodas on your right, you can keep Bodhi trees on your right, and go around the Bodhi tree or pagoda 3 times and venerate the Buddha or the Bodhi tree or else a pagoda. So then while going around the pagoda and the Bodhi tree compound, around the Bodhi tree, you can recollect the Buddha's qualities. How can you recollect? The Supreme Buddha is an Arahant. That means he is free from lust, anger and delusion. The Buddha is an Samma Sambuddha. Buddha realized the 4 noble truths without the guidance of a teacher. Buddha is Vidyacharana Sampanna. Buddha had great virtue, great concentration and wisdom. He was able to see his past lives, future births, and he was able to eradicate all the taints in the mind. That is the meaning of Vidyacharana Sampanna. Then Buddha followed the Noble Eightfold Path and became Sugata. Buddha realized all the worlds, became Lokavidu. Buddha escaped from all the worlds. Buddha became an incomparable teacher to tame others. And Buddha became a teacher for gods and humans. Buddha taught this Dhamma out of compassion without holding anything back. And the Blessed One was unique to have all these qualities. So you can think of the Buddha's qualities and worship the Buddha. Then you will gain a lot of merits to your life. So Venerable Meghiya went around the Supreme Buddha, circled the Supreme Buddha, keeping him on his right, And then he went to the mango forest. To do what? To meditate. And having gone deep into it, sat at the root of a certain tree for the day's meditation. But while he was meditating in the mango forest, he was overcome mostly by 3 kinds of bad, unwholesome thoughts. He went to meditate. He thought that place is beautiful, the place is beautiful, and the place is calm and quiet. But then, is the mind quiet? Is the mind ready for meditation? Has mind given him a relief? No. We need a support from the environment, that is true, but while we get a support from the environment, we should calm our minds, we should train our minds first of all. We should have a matured mind to develop our mind. Our mind should be matured to eradicate defilements. Our mind should be tamed for a long time to get purified. So, he was only expecting the beauty from the nature, and he thought that would be suitable. But then, when he started meditating, what happened? Thoughts connected to lust, desires arose in his mind. Thoughts connected to hatred arose in his mind. And then thoughts connected to harming arose in his mind. What happened? It's unusual, it's strange. I've become a monk out of faith, but I'm still harassed by these kinds of bad, unwholesome thoughts, worldly, angry and harming thoughts. Then he got fed up with meditation. He got fed up with that place. He remembered the Buddha. See, even he did not listen to the Buddha, yet when he fall in trouble, after he was fallen in trouble, he remembered the Supreme Buddha. He immediately went to the Supreme Buddha and told what happened. What happened to him? He couldn't meditate. That's why Buddha told him not to go, because his mind was not matured, children. So through this Mirror of Dhamma program, we are trying to make your minds get matured. Make your minds be ready to realize the Four Noble Truths. Make your minds to get prepared to realize the Four Noble Truths. For that, we should practice generosity, we should practice virtue, and then we should help our elders, we should be kind, we should help our siblings, we should be humble, obedient, we should not talk back. All those basic things, basic qualities as a foundation should be generated. So, now here Buddha is giving a wonderful solution to Venerable Meghiya. What's the solution? Buddha says, Meghiya, when the mind is not yet matured for liberation, to escape from samsara, 5 things help it mature. How many things, children? 5 things should be developed to mature our minds. What are those 5? Here Buddha preaches, firstly, a monk should have noble friends. He should associate noble friends. He should associate monks who correct very well. He should associate monks who accuse for wrongdoing. He should associate monks who preaches the Buddha's teachings. That is the first thing. Furthermore, a monk should become virtuous. He should control and guard his verbal and bodily actions. Our virtue should be fulfilled very well. Then the third one, he should hear Dhamma talks about abandoning defilements and talks that help development of the mind when he wants without trouble or difficulty. So this monk should live with other monks who helps with the Buddha's teachings, with 10 useful talks. With 10 useful talks. There are 10 topics we should always discuss. See at homes whether you are discussing these topics. What are the 10 topics? Talk about fewness of wishes, contentment, seclusion, meditating alone, arousing energy. That means arousing energy means eradicating defilements always. Virtue, concentration, wisdom, liberation, that means escaping from samsara, and the knowledge of escaping from samsara, the knowledge that we obtain after realizing Four Noble Truths, and then the vision of liberation. So, these are the 10 useful talks. At home, we should discuss these things. So, what's the difference between the first one and the third one? The first one, he should associate with noble friends. So, noble friends will not let other monks do bad things. And then the third one, those monks will help you and guide you with 10 useful talks. Then the fourth one is a monk who lives with energy, rose up for giving up unwholesome qualities and developing wholesome qualities. While sitting, while walking, while standing, while lying down, you should not let unwholesome thoughts to cover your mind. You should cover your mind with wholesome thoughts. So you should always watch your face, body, clothes, and also your mind. Now when your clothes get dirty, you wash them. Even if you wear a cloth once, you wash it. If your face is covered with dust, if you go in the middle of the city and if you feel tired and if your face look oily, you wash it. In the same way, not just one or two twice you watch the mind, you should always watch your mind because it's within you. Like to look your face, to see your face, you need a mirror. But to watch your mind, wherever you are, you can watch your mind. Even when you are in the school, without a normal mirror, with the mirror of Dhamma, you can watch your mind. So, there is no obstacle for that. Then the fifth one is a monk should become wise. He should know how things arise and abundance. The wisdom of arising and passing away, which is noble, penetrative, and leads to complete ending of suffering. He should understand what's the reason for death, that is birth. What's the reason for anger? What's the reason for lust? What's the reason for delusion? For an example, the reason we get angry is because of two things. One is a sign related to anger and unwise thinking. So when we have unwise thinking, when there is unwise thinking, even if there are signs related to anger, we won't get angry. Because when you have wise thinking, we can change the sign. Mentally, we can think of loving kindness, we can see good in others, and then overcome hatred. In the same way with lust and delusion. So once these 5 things are totally completed, grounded on these 5 things. So based on these 5 qualities, Buddha preaches about another 4 things to be developed. So based on the 5 things I taught you from this sutta, we should develop 4 more things. Altogether 9 things to develop. Then Buddha preaches, Meghiya, a monk grounded on these 5 things should develop 4 other things, 4 further things. He should develop the perception of unattractiveness of body to give up lust. Why should we see the disgusting nature of the body? Why should we understand the disgusting nature of the body? Then only we can overcome the attachment towards the body. Now if you take eyes, these eyes are covered with tears. Head, the head is covered with dust and sweat. Ears, you always clean your ears. Inside the nose there's mucus. Then the body gets covered with sweat. Inside the mouth, saliva. Then there's blood in this body, there's phlegm. So there's a nice meditation. So you can always recollect 32 impurities in the body. You can think there's head hair, there's body hair, there's teeth, skin, muscles, nerves, bones, bone marrow, kidneys, heart, liver, then spleen, stomach, then brain, then small intestine, large intestine, then excrement, then food in the stomach, So like that you can recollect the disgusting parts in the body. Then what happens? Whatever the attachment that you have towards your body and other people's body will get abandoned. That's how lay people become monks. So once you are not attached to your body, how can you suffer because of your body? Will you ever suffer because of other people's body? No. So if you practice meditation on unattractiveness of the body, you can give up lust. So if you go to Colombo Dharma Friends YouTube, there's a nice video about meditation on unattractiveness of the body. There's a nice video for that as well. Try to learn from that. In this program, we don't have a lot of time to do this meditation, because in detail we can do, because we should think like this. This head hair is getting covered with dust, and then it is disgusting to touch, and then it is made and it is on a disgusting body, so it is disgusting to see, disgusting to touch. So this hair is disgusting. So in detail you should think of the nature of this hair. Then you should think of the nature of the head hair, then the body hair, then the nature of teeth. So this teeth is located in a disgusting body. It is disgusting to see, disgusting to touch. So this teeth is disgusting. Because this teeth is always covered with saliva, phlegm, food particles. These teeth might look beautiful, but then the true nature is disgusting. Then Buddha preaches for us to practice loving kindness meditation to give up anger. Buddha preaches to Venerable Meghiya to practice loving kindness to give up anger. So you know loving kindness meditation. Lot of children knows about loving kindness meditation. Then meditation of breathing to cut off scattered thoughts. Now our mind is covered with lot of thoughts. So to calm and to still our mind, we can do breathing meditation. So breathing meditation, we don't force the breath. We don't forcefully breathe. We let the lungs to breathe and we watch from the holes of the nose. From the end of the nose we see whether we are breathing in or breathing out. Then slowly we can see whether we are taking a short breath or a long breath. Like that we can feel the whole body and breathe. So gradually we can have awareness of the whole body and breathe. So first try to observe the breath, whether you are taking a breath, whether you are breathing in or breathing out. Then gradually after some time you can see whether you are taking a short breath or a long breath. So what you are trying to do is just observe your breath without paying attention to other thoughts. So then the next meditation is perception of impermanence. People are proud because of beauty, because of their wealth, because of their ability of studying, because of their strength, because of their caste, because of their family, because of their parents, because of their children, because of the relatives, because of their occupation, because of their vehicles, because of their properties, because of their beauty, because of their clothes. Because of many things people become proud, but they forget that they are becoming proud by having impermanent things. They forget that fact. So if you can practice impermanence meditation, if you can understand the impermanence nature, you will not become proud. So you can cut off conceit. So if you can practice this 4 meditation, your mind will get matured. So today from the Mirror of Dhamma program, I wholeheartedly encourage everyone to practice these 4 meditations. Try to divide 4 sessions from your day, 4 slots from your day, even 5 minutes, never mind children. If you can develop these 4 meditation every day and also practice those 5 qualities, associating noble friends, being virtuous, doing useful talk, having energy to eradicate unwholesome thoughts, and becoming wise. If you can do all these things, your mind will be suitable to realize the 4 noble truths. Therefore, children, did you understand what I teach you today? I hope so. So you got 5 things to develop as a foundation, and then develop 4 other 4 meditations every day. So I bless all the children. May you have the opportunity to practice these 9 things and realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, today we are going to chant another wonderful Parita chanting, a blessing chanting, a protective discourse, and also about loving kindness, that is Karaniya Metta Sutta. So if you like to know the background story or the reason for a Blessed One, for the Buddha to teach or introduce Karaniya Metta Sutta, well, the reason is once during the Buddha's time, some bhikkhus went to the forest to meditate and to practice the Buddha's teachings. Monks usually find a calm and a peaceful place to meditate and to live peacefully. So, after they went to that forest, due to their good qualities, because of the good qualities those monks have possessed, those divine beings bound to that forest, to the tree, couldn't remain in the top of the trees. Some divine beings are living on trees. Their mansions are made on trees. So after the monks went and started living under the trees and started making cottages under trees, the divine beings couldn't remain in a higher place because the monks were living in a lower place. So since they were earthbound devas, I believe they could not remain in their mansions. So monks started making kutis, so they tolerated 1 day, they tolerated 2 days, 3 days, but finally these divine beings, they were not happy with these monks dwelling in this forest. So even though they were divine beings, they did not have right views. That's why we should go to divine worlds by developing right views and with the refuge of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So now these divine beings, in the middle of the night, they make various noise and they made the monks feel uncomfortable and they produce bad smell. So monks find it uncomfortable to live in that forest. The happiness that they expected, the peace that they expected, the seclusion that they expected, they did not get that. Then they came back to the Buddha and told the Blessed One, we went to this forest, but then we were disturbed by unseen beings. We couldn't see them. We were disturbed by unseen beings. So there were no humans, but then we heard various noise and sounds. So we were distracted actually. Then the Blessed One said, Bhikkhus, get back to the same place. Go back to the same place and meditate. It's a very suitable place for you, but go and chant the Karaniya Metta Sutta first. Then Buddha taught the Karaniya Metta Sutta and sent back to the same place. They were sent to the same place and they chanted Karaniya Metta Sutta and started meditating. The divine beings who are unhappy with the monks, after chanting Karaniya Metta Sutta, the divine beings recognize who these monks are, the great qualities of monks, the value of the great monks and their loving kindness. Then the divine beings realize that these monks are good people. These monks are a good group of people. We should help them. And the divine beings who disturbed the monks started preparing, arranging water for them, helping them to find alms food. So when the monks went to the nearest houses to go to collect food, the divine beings on the previous day go and remind the people and tell them, and they used to tell the people, look, tomorrow monks will come prepare alms food. The divine beings help the monks like that. So if you also chant the Karaniya Metta Sutta, won't the divine beings help you, children? Will help you. Even if the divine beings don't help you, still you will chant something that was said by a Buddha. You are chanting, you are spreading loving kindness. When you spread loving kindness, non-human beings will become pleasant to you. So don't you like to have non-human beings that are pleasant to you? If non-human beings will become pleasant to you, think about human beings. They will also become pleasant to you when you practice loving kindness. So let's chant the Karaniya Sutta in Pali and English today. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya mattha kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamecca sakko ujuca sujuca suvaco chassa mudu anatimani. One skilled in good, wishing to attain that state of peace, Nibbana, should act thus. He should be clever, upright, exceedingly upright, obedient, gentle, and humble. Santussakocha subharocha appakiccocha sallahukavutti santindriyocha nipakocha appagabho kulesu ananugidho. He should be content, easy to support, with few duties, living lightly, controlled in senses, discerning, courteous and unattached to families. Nacha kuddhang samachare kinchi yena vinyu pare upavadeyung sukhino vakhemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. One should not do any slight wrong which the wise might censure. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Ye kechipana bhutati tasava thavarava anavasesa. Digha ye mahantava majhimarasa kanukathula. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, timid or fearless, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, ditta va eva additta yecha dure vasanti avidure bhuta va sambhavesi va sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Na paro parang nikubbetha nati manyetha katha chinang kanchi vyarosana patigha sanya nanya manyassa dukkha micceya. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. Mata yatha niyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakhe evampi sabba bhutesu manasam bhavaye aparimanang. as a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child. Even so, towards all living beings, one should cultivate boundless loving kindness. Mettancha sabba lokasming manasambhavaye aparimanang uddhang adocha tiriyancha asambadhang averang asapattang. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving kindness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment. Tittang charang nisinova sayanova yavatassa vigata middho etang sating aditteya brahmametam viharang idhamahu. Whether standing, walking or sitting, lying down or whenever awake, one should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here. Dittincha anupagamma silava dassanena sampanno kamesu vineyya gedang nahi jatu gabhaseyang punaretiti. Not falling into wrong views, but virtuous and possessing right view, removing desire for sensual pleasures, one comes never again to birth in the womb. Etena saccena suatti hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Now we should do a meditation. So today this meditation is about meditation on your precepts. You should be aware and be happy that you have protected your precepts. And you should have a mirror to see whether you are protecting your precepts or not. So by protecting precepts, you can gain and generate happiness end of the day by thinking that you have been protecting your precepts. End of the day, by spending the day, after spending the day, you can think, you can close your eyes and think, today I have abstained from killing living beings. Today I abstain from stealing. Today I abstain from engaging in sexual misconduct. Today I abstain from stealing. Today I abstain from taking alcohol and drugs. So when you think of your life, you will become so happy thinking that you were a good person. By any chance, if you have broken a precept, again you will get a chance to correct yourself. You will think, okay, I did a mistake, but I will correct myself. And then by correcting yourself every day, you can develop your path of Dhamma. If you don't recollect and think of your virtue every day, you will not be concerned about your virtue. You will not have the chance to correct yourself. So, we can do this meditation in this way. Close your eyes and think like this. Listen to me and think according to what I say. Our Supreme Buddha lived a virtuous life. Our Supreme Buddha lived a virtuous life. Think about the Supreme Buddha. Our Supreme Buddha controlled the bodily actions, guarded the bodily actions. The Supreme Buddha controlled the verbal actions, did not say bad things. Our Supreme Buddha lived a virtuous life. Supreme Buddha lived a virtuous life. All the bad deeds that could happen through the body was totally abandoned by the Supreme Buddha. All the bad words that could be spoken from the Buddha's mouth was totally abandoned. Wrong livelihood was totally abandoned. Supreme Buddha had a developed life, and Supreme Buddha's virtue was well developed. Supreme Buddha's virtue was a fulfilled virtue. The Supreme Buddha taught us about virtue. Supreme Buddha taught us about controlling verbal actions and bodily actions. With the hope of escaping from samsara, Supreme Buddha taught us to abstain from killing living beings. Supreme Buddha taught us to live with showing compassion towards living beings. I am abstaining from killing living beings. I am abstaining from killing living beings. I am abstaining from killing living beings. I will teach others to abstain from killing living beings. I will convince others to abstain from killing living beings. And I am happy that I am a person who abstains from killing living beings. I should do this for the sake of realizing the Four Noble Truths. This precept was taught by the Supreme Buddha. Listen to me, children, and think according to what I say. Supreme Buddha taught us to abstain from stealing. Supreme Buddha taught us to abstain from stealing. We should not take what is not given. We should not take what is not given. We should only take what is given to us. We should not take anything with a stealing mind, with a stealing intention. We should not take anything with a stealing intention. No one likes to lose things. Just like I do not like when I get stealed, when I get robbed, even other people do not like when they are robbed. So I should abstain from stealing. I should convince others to abstain from stealing. I should abstain from stealing with the hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. Out of compassion towards us, the Supreme Buddha told us to abstain from sexual misconduct. We should not misuse this body. We should not break the relationships of others. Even in secrecy, or even in public, we should not do evil deeds from our body. We should have the fear to do bad things. We should abstain from sexual misconduct. We should convince others to abstain from sexual misconduct. When I abstain from sexual misconduct, I can live happily without having enemies. We should abstain from sexual misconduct with the hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. Supreme Buddha taught us not to lie. Supreme Buddha taught us not to lie. We should speak words that are useful, that can be trusted, that can be believed by others. We should speak words that are kind, gentle, appealing. We should not cheat others with words. We should abstain from telling lies. When I abstain from telling lies, I can overcome hatred and fear. Without any fear, I can go to any place because I know that I have not cheated others. Without any fear, without any hatred, without any fear, without any regret, I can go to any place because I have not cheated anyone. I should abstain from telling lies with the hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. Supreme Buddha taught us not to take intoxicating drinks and drugs that lead to delay. We should abstain from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs with the hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. When people take intoxicating drinks and drugs, they will be born in bad places, in hell, in animal world. And if they come to the human world, they will become physically ill and retarded. I should abstain from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs with the hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. Now think, I have abstained from killing living beings. I don't give fear to the world. Think of your great ability and be happy yourself, children. Now think about yourself. Think, I don't steal, so I don't give fear to the world. I don't engage in sexual misconduct, so I don't give fear to the world. I abstain from telling lies, so I don't give fear to the world. I don't take intoxicating drinks and drugs and become unconscious and harm the people and harm others, so I do not give fear to the world. I was able to become so fortunate because of a Supreme Buddha. Because of a Supreme Buddha. I was able to become so fortunate because of a Supreme Buddha. I will protect my precepts more than my life. I will protect my precepts more than my life. I will protect my precepts more than my life. Now slowly open your eyes. Children, that is meditation on your precepts. Do it. Do it as much as possible. You will feel very happy and comfortable. You'll be proud of yourself thinking that you have done what Buddha has said and you are a person who does not give fear to the world. who gives loving kindness and no fear to the world. May you become wonderful kids who are blessed by the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and may you realize the Four Noble Truths and die as a virtuous person one day, and may you have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths, being a virtuous person, and gain the highest results from the Buddha's teachings, and not to come back to this endless journey of samsara, but to keep a full stop and end all the sufferings that you could face in the future. Namo Buddhaya. Now, dear children, this is the time for you to hear and see the good deeds done by other children. So, write us and send us your good deeds to Mirror of Dhamma program. The telephone number and the email address will appear on the screen. So, write to us, send us your good deeds, share your good deeds with us, and we will show it to the world for you to gain a lot of merit. So now, I'll be handing over the program to Dinu Daham Puta and Devanga daughter. Namo Buddhaya, Teruvan Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the Good Deeds session, where we read and watch good deeds done by children all over the world. My name is Dinu Daham, and today I'm here with Devanga.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Devanga. Today we'll be watching the good deeds done by Ganuli Upasika, Risindi Upasika, and Vibodha Upasika, Kenuli Upasika, and other Dhamma friends.
The first meritorious deed is done by Ganuli Upasika. She has sent 2 posters, one about Karnapali Sutta and one about happiness and anger.
Karnapali Sutta by Ganuli. Pingyani convinced Karnapali how much our Supreme Buddha was wise and protective to the world. Karnapali asked Pingyani, "How much wise is the Buddha?" Pingyani replied, "Who am I to measure the Buddha's wisdom?" Then Karnapali asked then, "How much should you praise the Buddha?" Then Pingyani replied, "How should I praise the Buddha? He's already praised by gods and Brahmas." Pingyani explained to Karnapali with a smile. He said the Buddha's realization is like the Sinsapa forest, big forest, and took some leaves to his palm and said to the monks, "What I have taught you all and explained to you all is something like these leaves in my palm." The realization could only be praised by another learner like Supreme Buddha. The Karnapali asked, "Friend Pingyani, what do you see in the Supreme Buddha? Why do you praise the Supreme Buddha?" The Pingyani said, "My friend, a person who becomes satisfied after eating delicious food wouldn't like the food that has less taste. In the same way, when you hear the Supreme Buddha's teachers in sutras or stanzas or remarkable stories, you won't like to listen to their stories from other Brahmins and ascetics. That is why I like the Supreme Buddha." Pingyani then said, a smile, that Buddha had mentioned, "Dear friend, it's like a person who's weak with hunger. Find the beehive. Wherever he tastes it, he will get a sweet scent. Just like that, when you hear Supreme Buddha's teachings, you will gain happiness."
Many merits to Ganuli Upasika for creating these beautiful posters.
The next meritorious deed was done by Risindi Upasika, and she has sent a drawing of the Supreme Buddha. drawing.
The next meritorious deed is done by Vibodha Upasaka. He has sent some pictures of him preparing tea and offering to his dad, as well as a video of him gardening. Let's see the pictures and watch the video. Many merits to Vibodha Upasaka for sending these pictures of him preparing tea and helping his parents. It is a great quality for everyone to practice.
The next meritorious deed was done by a Dhamma friend. He has sent a picture of him doing walking meditation. Let's see the picture. We wholeheartedly rejoice in your merits, and other Dhamma friends could learn from him too. It is amazing that he has done walking meditation in his own corridor.
The next meritorious deed is done by another Dhamma friends. They have sent a picture of them preparing and offering Buddha Puja to our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha. Let's see the picture they have sent. We rejoice in the good deeds you have collected by preparing and offering Buddha Puja to the Supreme Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
The last meritorious deed was done by Kenuli Upasika. She has sent a poster about what she has learned from the Mirror of Dhamma program, episode 2. Let's see her beautiful poster.
Mirror of Dhamma for kids. We are following religion not because our parents are in the religion. Instead, we follow religion to bring happiness into life and end this suffering. If you listen to the Buddha's teachings, you will know the value. Some people that don't practice generosity and are greedy, some are rich but ugly, poor but ugly, rich and beautiful, poor and beautiful. 3 reasons why. Number 1, greedy. Number 2, jealous. Number 3, angry.
What a wonderful poster about the Buddha's teachings. This is a great quality that she shares with what she has learned from the Mirror of Dhamma program. Everyone can share their ideas just as Kenuli has done.
Today we watch many good deeds done by children all over the world. When we watch these meritorious deeds, this will encourage all the children watching this program to send their good deeds to our email address. May everyone get the courage to do more meritorious deeds in their lives.
These meritorious deeds will help us to propagate the Dhamma and help other people to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in them too. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Now we have come to the merit sharing session. So let us share merit with all the gods first. So today this program is sponsored by Aryan Gunaratna, son Aryan Gunaratna, Rusit Heva Vaduge, and then Randu Heva Vaduge. That is daughter Randu Heva Vaduge. So may all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may all the gods help everyone to overcome from this pandemic. and get back to normal lives, and may all the gods help us to find a good vaccine for this coronavirus, and may all the devas realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the departed relatives of Aryan, Gunaratna son and son Rusit Heva Vaduge and daughter Andu Heva Vaduge, all the departed relatives of these sons and daughters and their parents, departed relatives and departed relatives of all of us, rejoice in this merit, and may they escape from samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may our teacher Lokuswamin Wahanse and all the monks and nuns of Mahamena Buddhist Monastery rejoice in this merit. May all they be well and happy, have happiness, have long life, have well-being, and be blessed by the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may son Aryan Gunaratna, son Rusit Heva Vaduge and daughter Randu Heva Vaduge rejoice in this merit, and may their parents rejoice in this merit, and by the power of this merit may they be well and happy. By the enormous power of the Supreme Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, may they be blessed by the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and have long life, well-being, have happiness, have energy to eradicate bad thoughts and develop wholesome thoughts, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the devotees who make monthly donations for Shraddha TV rejoice in this merit, be well and happy, have happiness, realize the Four Noble Truths, obtain the real assurance in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the Shraddha TV monthly donors who make donations to Shraddha TV on monthly basis rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, have happiness, and realize the Four Noble Truths, gain the ultimate assurance in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Hope to see you on next Saturday with another sermon which I have promised you to teach. Namo Buddhaya. Teruvan Saranai.